Happy Monday morning. I'm gonna wait, see if anybody else comes in because it's nothing bad. Like I just think you may have seen it already. You may have not, but I'm gonna share my screen and then we're gonna watch something together, and then I am going to say that I agree. It's something that you would probably think I wouldn't typically. It's a creator that I normally don't agree with, and I'm going to share something that they did, and then I think you guys will be surprised. But I think most of you that have that aren't so, which I don't think anybody that like hangs out over here is like so close-minded or like so diehard because we don't care. Hey Mo, that much about like these people. But I want to wait a few minutes. This morning I was catching up on some crazy, and the Queen of Mean, Natasha Cooper, was on the warpath, just like totally trashing her friends and others on live panel after live panel last night. And I thought that two specific creators that I normally do not support, like in the sense that like I don't like their stuff, made really, really valid, good points. And I think we should watch them together and then talk about them. What do you guys think? What do you two think? You two. I don't know if there's anybody else. I can never tell from StreamYard. I can look on my phone on YouTube. No, you're not. No, you're honest, right? So like if you have an opinion about something, you share it and you say it, but you don't you're not a jerk about honest, it. Right? Hold on, let me turn my phone down. You're very you speak your truth, which is what like I think some people are afraid to do because they're afraid to be like banished. Hold on, I got something to show. Oh, I didn't save it. Oh, I suck, man. I had this really cute little meme to show. Not my Yoda one, a different one, and then I closed the tab, so it doesn't matter now. Let me see if I can find it again. It was oh well, I'm not even gonna bother because we got other business to tend to. Yeah, she called out that girl, which was like, I don't understand. She's always like, she does go into like a lot of chats, but she's always being supportive. She's never being cruel. She's never being mean. Good morning, Trish. Like she's always, I don't know. I just don't understand it. So that's why I have like the ticker. Like if you don't agree with her 100, if you're her friend, okay, or supporter, forget friendships because that's questionable. A supporter that doesn't agree with her 100%, like you cannot have any sort of differing opinion. If you sway, you are trash to her. She gets rid of you. She just doesn't want anything to do with you. She'll drag you. She'll say horrible stuff about you. There's a lot of craziness. That's why I said, even on the holiest day of the year, holiest day for some people, right? Whether it's you're celebrating Easter or Passover during Passover, right? So it's a high holiday. They just don't stop. They're relentless and mean. And it's crazy to me. After we're going to watch some things, if you guys are interested. If you're not, then just put in the comments when I show them, like, this is boring, we don't want to watch it, and I'll turn it off and we can just chat. But I'm going to show some things, and we'll commentate, so we're not just, like, poaching people's streams. And then we'll talk about them, and, we'll do a panel or whatever. This is some early morning chit-chat. Let's see. I want to get my coffee. So how was everybody's Easter? What did everybody do? I know some of you did, because I've spoken to you already. If I'm breaking up, I'm sorry. What did everybody else do for Easter? CJ woke up this morning and she wanted to find eggs again immediately. She's like obsessed with the eggs and finding eggs. I have to like hide them. Oh no, Mo, they're still barking. I'm sorry. I'm kind of jealous of your gutters, though. We still don't have any. I dropped my stupid sugar packet in my coffee, which sucks when it rains. But my husband doesn't seem to think that's a priority, and he bought this stupid, ugly shed that he brought home the other day. I didn't even show you guys that yet. It is so ugly, but he says he's going to, like, I don't know, put some stuff on it. I forget what it's called. It's not siding. It's like something else and make it look nice, but who knows? All right, so let's get this started. Okay, so we're going to watch a live stream. I know this is called, not a live stream, a little video. Well, it's 16 minutes. I don't know if we should watch the whole thing. I could probably like skip around on it, but I think it's like it actually sends an important message. Well, there's two. Oh, get ready. One is Save Robbie, and the other one is Siren Jag. And I know you guys that I talk to on the regular know how I feel about both creators for my own reasons. And like, I certainly don't have hate in my heart for anybody. I just don't always agree with their take on things and with their perception of things and with the way they behave regarding certain things. But these two videos that went live, they weren't live streams, they were like pre-recorded videos that were put up yesterday, were actually really, really good. And I really agree 100% with what said. Oh, I also want to show you guys these tea towels I got yesterday. Unrelated, I know. I just had like a little shiny object moment. I'm gonna start my coffee, and we're gonna watch them together. Mo, I did, and then I didn't, and I think I was like holding on to a experience, and I probably should have just let it go and moved on. I was really upset with the way he did a panel with Molly Golightly, and they allowed this guy up on their panel that was a sex offender. And the reason he was up there was because he said he shared a cell with Chris Watts or was in the same cell block, something like that. And Robbie was just making a lot of excuses for him, and it really just rubbed me the wrong way. And I was kind of obsessing over it for a while. Like, I just couldn't get past that. So I don't know. It bothered me, but I'm over that because I think he said something really important. Let me see before I do the Siren Jag one. And then I have my own opinions about Siren, but let's look if whose video is shorter. And it's not so much the details, right? It's the message. And okay, so his is 42 minutes. We're obviously not going to sit and watch both of them. I think you guys would be like, we can just go watch this on our own. But the nice thing is we can commentate about it in a judgment-free zone. Okay, let's watch Sirens first, and then we'll talk about it. Oh, Criminal Mind, how are you, friend? Good to see you. Actually, let me just send. Hold on 1 second. Somebody else wanted to know when I should. Yes, honey. Okay, you guys know that only when I go live does CJ poop. So, and I was talking about this morning. So I'll be right back, and then we'll watch the video. So chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. We're gonna watch this. No. Stop. I don't know what you did. Hold on, CJ. I don't know what CJ did, guys, but I think she took me off of. I don't know what the hell she did. crisis averted. Sorry, guys. As you can imagine, what just unfolded, because I don't know if you could hear it or not, because CJ, after she took her diaper off, as usual, she fled for the, there's always poop when finding Hope's involved. Oh no, today, Two Partners in Crime is exclusively to like good, important topics. Here, I'm just chatting and being obnoxious. So sorry about that, guys. She then ran to the laptop and hit something, and it made the screen all weird. So I had to leave. I had to just close out StreamYard and come back in. I don't know what she did. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Everybody's going to listen. We're going to watch. I think we should watch Siren first, because here's the thing, guys. He makes a really good point, and it's like a little bit of a shorter video. I'll jump around a little bit because I know it's long, and I want to commentate, and I want you guys to share your opinions on what he's saying, because he really makes a good point. All right, let's do this. Let's see. Share screen. Okay. We'll watch this.
The encouragement in order to small. Hello, everybody. Happy Easter. This is going to be a surprise. I didn't know I was going to record this either. But here we are. You're going to get a special Easter message. Seems I woke up early today because Odin's Eye Cosmetics was having a mystery box sale, and I was going to jump in on that. So, no, that Scarlett was live streaming. Robbie popped in. Scarlett was making a joke about having a little tiny microphone. She said, Robbie, you need a little mic like this. I made a joke that Robbie only had a big old mic. You know, like, because Robbie always makes his joke about a big old diak. I was instantly subjected to homophobic slurs by someone in the chat about how I was always there to gay it up. Scarlett, being my friend, said, we aren't going to do that because Siren's my friend. And she immediately blocked that person because he then said that he didn't care what I did, but he didn't want to hear that sissy talk. Then at the end, someone else came in to make more homophobic slurs about me. And that person got blocked too. Because that's what friends do. That's one thing of note that happened. The other thing of note that happened was that Scarlett was extremely upset about the situation that happened that caused the end of her.
So I just want to pause for a minute because I want to just explain what we're watching. So some of you know I don't agree with Siren. I don't normally enjoy Siren. You want this instead? Yeah. I find him, I don't know, there's just something, I just don't typically enjoy him. That aside, if you haven't figured it out yet, like something obviously went down with him in a chat yesterday, or whenever it was. He was in, I guess, Scarlett's chat. And for you that do know, Scarlett and NC were good friends. They had a falling out. It didn't get too public. It wasn't like too crazy like some of the other ones. But once again, I'm not assuming, I know what happened. Siren was in Scarlett's chat, and that upset the almighty queen. She just couldn't have that. and of course made a big stink about it. And I think the point that he makes going like in this actual video, like what he's going to say, it really is a good point. It's a valid point, and that's why I'm sharing it. I just think it's important.
Friendship with Natasha Cooper, and she was voicing that. I'm not going to go into the details of that because that's their story to tell. I do know what happened. In my personal, humble opinion, I think everything that happened on that day could have been solved with better communication and some better listening, just all around. Some lack of effective communication has caused the breakup of more relationships, friendships in the true crime community, the trauma community, if you will, than anyone could count. I'll use myself as an example, okay? Now, when I started making peace with people, I
So again, I just want to just chime in here for a second. So what he's going to talk about, and again, I don't think anybody wants to sit and watch a full 16-minute video. I probably should have sped it up a little bit. I could do that. He's talking about what happens in this world of YouTube, right? So whether you're in the drama community, the true crime community, the makeup community, the wherever you are, right? When people are at odds with one another, and there's always more involved, right? Like me and John Smith can have a fight, and then my friends are going to stick up for me and his friends are going to stick up for them, and then there's all that war, right? But when one person wants to just say, you know what, I don't want to deal with this anymore, I want some peace, what happens to all the bystanders, right? I don't understand why that's so frowned upon. It's called flip-flopping, it's called fence riding, it's called, you know, being basically like not standing by your, you know, being a bad friend, so to speak. But like, this is like so unimportant, right? YouTube is so unimportant. And the fact that it affects people's personal space, personal peace, personal existence is upsetting. And people should strive to just have some sort of peace and be able to bounce to chats and, you know, talk to different people without it creating so much chaos. So like that's the point he's making. We'll listen for another minute because I think you guys will get it, and then we'll jump over to Robbie's. But it's really the same thing. So basically what you probably get from this is now NC's warring with them again. They had just made up, all because they want to associate with people that she doesn't like. And that I have a big problem with that. Like I want to talk about that. Why is that? I mean, I want to talk about how you guys feel about it. If you've experienced this, if you've done this, if you've unintentionally done this, he really does make a good point.
I said from the get-go that I wanted peace with everyone. And everyone means everyone, okay? When I finally doubled back to make peace with Natasha, I never told anyone that I didn't want to be their friend anymore. So it should be understood that I still wanted to maintain peaceful relationships with everyone and friendships with everyone. Right? But as I stayed in chats listening, I started hearing people trashing me for no reason other than me wanting peace with everyone, because everyone included someone they didn't like. Now, my subscriber numbers on my own channel started dropping. They dropped where I had a healthy cushion above the magical 1,000 number previously. They dropped to below it. Now, this is a problem across the board, not just with my channel. The encouragement to
So again, I think if you guys obviously get the point that there's this like, so one of the things, and I'm not like doing like Natasha, I mean, I'm not a channel, right? I'm just a place for us to guys to talk. That's how I look at it. So I don't care what anybody says. If there's something going on YouTube, here it is. And I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. I don't care if it's about Natasha or about, you know, whoever, PewDiePie. I'm going to talk about it. Exactly, Hope. Exactly. He has a good point, because what he's basically saying is people are in a stream trashing me, right? And I know he's talking to Natasha, and you do nothing about it. But if any of her circle goes to a live stream or a video and comments, and maybe somewhere in there somebody had said something about NC, she loses her shit. She loses her mind. She actively encourages bashing like of each other in her platform. So it's so hypocritical. It's so frustrating. She's so like there's like a double standard, right? That's the best way I can explain it. Let's listen to a few more minutes, and then we'll talk, and then we'll jump to the other one, because Save Robbie also did a really, really good premiere kind of talking about good, Cotton. I'm glad, because I mean, I'm just talking about it because it's just so frustrating, like as an outsider watching, and you're just like, wait, is everybody else seeing what I'm seeing? Like the way that she treats the people that support her, ride so hard for her. When her channels came down there, and I know I mentioned this when I was live on Saturday, when her channels came down, her quote unquote friends were on their channels. I mean, these are bigger channels. Some of them have thousands of subs, dropping her PayPals and Cash Apps and Venmos and trying to raise money for her because her channels were down. When that to me is so kind, because now, yes, granted, it was probably Natasha's subs that were over there knowing that, you know, she had a place to go live. But the point is, like, they should be working for themselves, not for somebody else. And she's so ungrateful. She is so ungrateful. Yes, Mo, 100%. When people decide to walk away or just say, you know what, I'm here to participate in the fun stuff, I'm not going to participate in the crazy. Like, I want to watch, you know, coverage of certain things or be able to talk freely about certain things without being persecuted. And unfortunately, that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing people be persecuted for just sharing a different opinion. And when you have a creator like Natasha, who's so polarizing, whether people love or hate her, they watch her, and she somehow has the power, not over me for sure, but over others, to really get people to kind of do her bidding, which is scary. Okay, so we're going to listen to just another minute or two, and then we're going to move on. But I'm giving Siren credit here.
From my channel, or any channel, by some creators, under the threat of loss of access to their live stream chats, is annoying, quite frankly. And you all know how this goes. It all goes to the tune of, if you go to this chat, stay there. Or, if you go there, don't come back here. Or, if you see them here, mods, block them. Because, of course, you all know you can't truly ban someone from your chat. Because even a blocked person can still listen. But now, creators should not be putting their subscribers through some sort of internet Sophie's choice just because a subscriber wants to subscribe to two different channels while one of the creators doesn't like the other one suddenly. The internet is a free access platform when it comes to YouTube. You can go where you want. There are no gatekeepers on YouTube. And for a channel creator to think that they can control where a subscriber goes by threatening to limit access to the ability to talk in their chat is just lunacy. Are they?
So boom, right there. That is the part that really resonated with me. The YouTube Sophie's Choice. We see it happen all the time. Some creators are much more direct with their, oh, no, you will not go in those people's chats. You will not participate. I will shun you if you do, to the ones that are a little bit more passive aggressive about it. So I think when this, he does anyway. He's kind of talking in like but I think it's very intentional because he's trying to come off as like, I don't know, it's like very robotic, but I think he's might be doing that intentional, but maybe not. That could just be him. I don't normally watch him. But what I'm trying to say is like the YouTube Sophie's Choice. We've seen creators do this before where they're like, well, if you chat in that creator's chat, then you agree with everything that creator is saying, or you agree with what the people in the chat are saying. And that is absurd. Like, that is insane. So this part of his stream really resonated with me. I was like, he is making a really good point. So I'm just going to let him finish this thought and then we'll close that out.
Are they that stuck on themselves? I mean, really? Are they that stuck in their own sense of self-importance? The subscribers make the creator, not the other way around. If you truly believe that you don't need your subscribers, then turn off your monetization and see how long you last. Likewise, by the way, creators should probably stop demanding that other creators obey their own personal lines in the sand. If you have an issue with another creator, that is your personal issue, not theirs. Don't demand that other people fight your battles. Don't claim that you don't need anyone to fight for you and then get offended when they don't. If you don't like the idea that other people are moving past an issue, you should probably be opening the lines of communication with those people to find out the reasons why they're moving past that issue. Or, better yet, maybe you should be working through that issue yourself. Now, the Krama community right now is like internet Game of Thrones, as I like to call it, with alliances shifting. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, here's a kitty. Hi, kitty. Now,
so again, another good point that he makes, and just like the Sophie's Choice, it's the internet Games of Thrones, like all the alliances, all the backstabbing, all the conniving to get information behind the scenes to figure out who's doing what, when it's really all about the most silliest nonsense. You know, in the end, you know what I think it's mostly about? We'll go on to Robbie's. Okay, I think it's mostly about the subs and the watchers, and I believe this happens, but this takes the creator has to be able to see through this. It's the subs, the watchers, maybe even the mods, friends, jumping from chat to chat, saying that someone said this, someone said that, someone said this, someone said that, and then them not vetting the information and flying off the handle. And Natasha notoriously does this, and she's just a hot topic right now. So of course I'm talking about her mainly, but there is other people that do this. We've seen it, right? So it's just really, I don't know, just something about it's just so infuriating to me. And I probably shouldn't let it bother me, but you know what? I'm off all week and I got time and it's cold out and I'm not going outside today. So we're going to talk about it, at least for a little bit longer. All right. So if anybody wants to rewatch or wants to go watch the rest of that, there's about 4 more minutes. It is titled Communication and Easter Message. It's on Siren Jags. I hope he doesn't. I don't think he could care less about my little old 150 people channel, so I don't think he'll strike me. But if he does, sorry, I was just agreeing with you. That's why I shared it. Yes, exact. Hope I've seen it too. I've seen people say that somebody said something when they absolutely didn't say it, or somebody was doing something they absolutely didn't do. All right, let's jump around. Oh God, I'm not being like the other one on her field trips. Please. I would normally never do this. It's just that it really struck me as interesting, right? So I thought that these 2 creators that I normally do not enjoy, don't get me wrong, I'm a sub to them because I like to see, what happens, but I recently just resubbed. Now, obviously, Robbie's is a little bit longer, so, but he does get right to the point. So, hold on. Sorry. He does get right to the point. So I will share his now, and then we can talk about, both of them and what your experiences are. If you want to share them, I'll drop the link. We'll do a panel and talk about what we've been seeing as far as this like hate mongering and this manipulative behavior of saying to people, like, if you support me, then you absolutely cannot support anybody else. You cannot have peace with people. I know I didn't want to say it, Hope. I was like, oh God, that's what it feels like. But really, the reality is I just was really impressed by these 2 videos, and I wanted people to be able to see them as well, and then for us to be able to talk about them. And really what Siren talks about in the rest of his videos, same thing. Like, if I'm doing, if I'm going out of my way to try to like not engage, you're forcing me to engage, basically. Okay, so let's do a little share screening. Sherry. We're going to go to Chrome tab because that's the only way I know how to do it. And we're going to share. And the title to this video is responding to Natasha Cooper and surviving the storm on why I added Lycan Legion as a mod. Now take the Lycan stuff out of it. It's still, I think he still makes a good point. So let's listen.
Tonight, it's been a busy day. Hope everybody had a really good Easter. I was looking around trying to find a place that can make a custom-made Nancy Kerrigan piñata for my 40th birthday next month. So if you have any tips, please let me know, or else I'm going to resort to paper mache. And please don't my perspective, okay? Because apparently Siren made a live stream on this and all sorts of stuff, but I can only explain myself, and that's what I'm going to do. So apparently, where should I start with this? I guess we could start with, so I got a bunch of messages saying that Natasha was dragging or trashing me or whatever. I don't know if that's completely accurate or not. And apparently Siren too for, I believe because I moderated, all I heard Natasha say was she's not coming to my chats because she doesn't feel comfortable because Lycan is a moderator here. First of all, I'll start off by explaining why I made him a moderator. Lycan and I've only known him, again, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I've only known him to be a troll. He's had issues with some of my other good friends, one really good friend, and other people. I've seen him around, and I thought he was a troll. So I had him blocked for a little while. And he had asked me, hey, can you unblock me? And he was polite. And this is before the whole him reading Natasha's child's journal. And so I unblocked him. He was polite in my chat. Of course, people didn't like him coming in. And I heard one of his live streams one day, and he said, I wish Robbie would just moderate me because I keep getting blocked. And I did see he kept getting blocked in my chats. And I didn't want him blocked because he was being respectful. Not only that, but he had reached out to me via email, and was really polite and kind and peaceful with me. And again, this was before he showed Natasha's child's journal stuff. Okay. And so he asked me, maybe you could come on a live stream, we can talk. And I was like, sure, all that. So then Natasha had an issue with.
Sorry, I just don't want to completely play the stream without saying anything, but I just want to be clear about something again. This is not about Lycan. Like, you could love him, hate him. I don't care. I have my own opinions. That this is about the behaviors when by a certain creator, just the way she treats the people that she calls her friends and the people that have supported her and that have rallied behind her when her channels were brought down. That's the issue, right? That's the bigger issue. So that's what I'm trying to show. It's not about Lycan. I just want to make that clear.
Issue with it, she did. And so I told her, she was texting me, and I said, can I speak to you privately about it? I'll call you on my, on my way out the door today. And she was like, okay. So I called her. She explained why, why she has a problem with him and all this kind of stuff. And, I understood that. I don't agree with him sharing the journal stuff. Just like I don't agree with Natasha, threatening to send the nudes back and forth. So what I saw was two people slinging mud back and forth at each other. And actually on that phone call, I suggested to Natasha, like, what can I do? Because I can privately maybe try to mediate, or would you consider talking to him? And she wanted nothing to do with that. And that's her choice to do that. Lycan, as far as I've heard, he has wanted to have a conversation with her, and I believe she turned him down for that. So that's her choice. So in my predicament, I can only go based off my own experience. And I've often heard this out of Natasha's mouth, and I operate the same way. If you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. If you're not nice to people that I love, and they're not nice back also, that's between you and them, really. And that's what I've seen with Natasha and him. Now, a lot of people are probably like, oh, but he did, the journal thing and stuff. He did, and I don't agree with it. And I also heard him come on and say an apology. Now, you can believe his apology or not, but based on my experience having peaceful conversations with him, I think his apology was genuine, because from what I've seen, he doesn't seem like the type of guy that would just apologize. He seems pretty unapologetic about a lot of the stuff that he does. But if you're willing to apologize, you're willing to work for peace, I'm not going to turn that down. So, as soon as I made peace with him, I didn't automatically just want to take a friend's side just simply because they're my friend, right? Because you use your own mind, you operate, and you go with your heart. And that's what I was going with in this situation, is my heart. Now, yes, I've seen the videos. You got multiple people have sent me the videos, but didn't you see the video of him laughing at this joke and that joke and this joke? Look, not all of my friends have the same humor as I do. They don't. Not a lot of friends understand my humor. And I'm just going to leave it at that. A lot of us have different political beliefs, religious beliefs. A lot of us don't laugh at the same jokes. Some people go over the top. Some people don't loosen up enough. It is what it is. And so I don't even know when that time frame was. I don't know when that was. I don't even know if he apologized for that or what. But enough. Please stop.
Okay, again, sorry guys, I'm just not going to keep playing it straight through. I just don't want to be doing something wrong. But again, for the people just coming in, because I know Trashy just jumped in, I had observed that NC was on the warpath because she's back on this thing where she's just blatantly calling people out for just being on YouTube, right? Traveling into different chats, talking to different people, because an enemy of hers is an enemy of everybody's. You cannot support her and support anybody else. It's just, she won't allow it. She cannot do it. We're watching from the sidelines. That's perfect, Hope. She cannot possibly separate the two. And it's just frustrating watching it unfold. And then she did call out Batgirl amongst other people who I think is just so, I don't know. Everybody has their own opinions about people. I don't think she's problematic at all. I think she tries to be supportive. She pops in, she says hi, she says, have a good stream, whatever, from what I've seen. And NC called her out last night, which is bizarre. She was also on this Alicia Warpath, who I don't particularly know anything about. Excuse me. And I don't know if what her position is in the YouTube streets. I just know she was calling somebody out again for just not, like, you have to believe in everything she believes in. You have to support 100%. Like, the way she attacks people, if you call her out on that, like, as her friend, you are now on that list, which is mind-blowing to me, because if any of my friends, like, even from this universe, or in real life, was behaving badly, and same for myself, I would hope either I would say to them, hey, listen, that's not cool. Let's, like, back off a little bit or move on. Don't put this much energy into it. And vice versa. She was horrible to Doug, making fun of his weight, and then cries. Exactly. That's a good example of what she does. It's like she's big on the body shaming. Listen, there's some equal offenders, right? For as bad as she is, there are some people that she comes for that are just as bad as her. I see it happen. I am not blind to that. But she's so frustrating. Okay, let's go back to Robbie, especially since the kids are playing.
Stop trying to make me hate people that you don't like. Please stop. Because I'm optimistic that in this situation, Natasha is a grown woman. I've seen her work things out. I've seen her talk to Lycan on her panel and welcome him before. And I know in my personal experience with Natasha and Lycan that they're both capable of making peace. And they can do that with each other. If they're unwilling to do that to each other, my suggestion would be for them to stop going at each other and just go on their merry way. And, let people feel comfortable going where they want to go. That's the other day I made a live stream saying that. You want to be comfortable going where you're going, so just be comfortable. Because again, mark my words, as soon as Natasha and Lycan make peace, which I'm optimistic they will one day, the people that choose sides are going to be the bad guy that's left out. And you're going to be the asshole that followed and was a follower. And I'm not a follower. I'm not going to kiss anyone's ass. Again, if you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. And if you're mean to people I care about and they're mean to you, either.
He said it perfect right there. Because when they eventually make peace, which they will, and this goes for any of the people that, oh, hold on, guys, sorry. Sorry, guys, are arguing over Easter baskets. But what I was saying was, like, the people.
Either way, I'm going to offer mediation or just stay the fuck out of it. That's if there's an issue with that, I'm not sorry, because that's what I feel what's right in my heart. That's really what it is. But there was a couple of things. I just listened to this and I wasn't able to write stuff down. So we're going to listen to it. This is from Surviving the Storms tonight. And Dorothy, I'm sure she won't mind that I'm listening to this. Let me fix the volume. This is right when Natasha comes on her panel kind of to explain what was going on. And so let's take a listen, shall we? And I will be obviously pausing multiple times to respond.
Go ahead. I'm not biting. Just I have emotions. Sorry, you don't have emotions. You're a cold fish. That's just not me. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hey, so I just got sent some screenshots that Siren here saying something, and I didn't want to trash anybody.
Okay.
I don't know. I listened to his video.
What was his video of? He did mention a video first.
He said that he was talking about communication is key. Well, you need to work on communication instead of running to another chat and telling a lie.
Well, that's what I said. With all respect, don't you think?
Now, as you guys know, the first fight that I got, I don't like that setup. The first argument, that I got into with Natasha was, I went to her about the Miss Portland thing, and I disagreed with it, and I was communicating with her. I mean, if we're talking about communication, again, I'm just responding to this, but I never got a text or anything that there was an issue. I've only heard it on here from her. I haven't received a text or a phone call or anything. And I'm responding respectfully. I just want to explain myself to the people that keep asking, why are you welcoming somebody? Well, in my personal opinion, no matter what you think of Lycan or anybody else, I believe in forgiving 7 times 77. Now, they're going to bring up here shortly in a minute that, Natasha's saying, I don't want to associate with people that align with Lycan, and that is her choice. Now, Dorothy in a minute is going to say, didn't Robbie used to say, don't go here, don't go there? And if you listen to my last few videos, I actually apologized to people, to anybody I ever made feel uncomfortable for going somewhere, or me telling people or yelling at people for going a certain place. I've taken accountability for that, because it wasn't up to me to do that. I did that like 1 or 2 live streams ago, because it's not fair to everybody. It's not fair to anybody. And that's just what it is. And I take accountability for making people feel like that. And I don't want to do that any further.
You should go talk to her or no channel, because I support you in this isn't really the place.
And I told my chat not to mention him nor Robbie again.
Oh, my here.
Right, if Siren and Robbie choose to align themselves with Lycan, more power to them. But I'm not going to compromise who I am and my morals to be around somebody like that man. Not doing it.
So again, like, I gave Lycan a wrench because he said, I wish Robbie would just give me a wrench so people stop blocking me. At that point, he had been peaceful with me, he'd been kind. People were blocking.
Okay, so you hear it right from her mouth there. Like, she assumes because you have peace with somebody that you are aligning with everything they believe in, and that you agree with everything they do. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of Save Robbie or Siren, but I also believe that people change and people can learn and grow. There are some people that I think are just despicable, and that's fine. That's my opinion. But I do believe people can evolve. And if somebody's able to recognize, like Hope said, like he did that one time, like he's able to go, you know what, I had done that once, and now I realize like how immature and silly and stupid that was, and how it really puts the viewers and the subs in a really awkward position, because we have seen this for over 2 years, however long, a year and a half, 2 years. People have these worse knockdown, drag out fights, and then become besties. And then where are you left to be like, okay, well, I agree with you, but I don't agree with them. Okay, great. So then we can have peace. But it doesn't work that way. Some of these people will not allow that. And let me tell you something too. Between NC and Dorothy is officially, and I will say this, I do not care, the #1 yes man that exists. She has literally no backbone, no moral compass. She will just yes, and agree with NC no matter what. She has proven that time and time again. Yeah, she could just avoid, maybe one day he's talking about his Nancy Kerrigan pinata or whatever he said, and that's a fun topic. So you participate, and maybe the next day he's doing something like it and you don't. It's that simple. But it doesn't have to be this big whole dramatic nonsense bullshit that she starts.
Blocking him from my chat. So I gave him a wrench, and he still has it. And because I don't want people blocking him from my chat. He's nice to me. He's been respectful. He's been peaceful, and that's what I have to go with, is my own experience. If I'm sitting there judging other people, look, if somebody burns me, that's my fault, because I will give people a chance, but that is my decision. I don't align with all of Lycan's beliefs, just like I don't align with all of Surviving the Storm's beliefs or Natasha's or anybody else's. But it's okay, to disagree and still be friendly with somebody. It's as simple as that.
Oh, I hear you. I'm getting text with the link and saying that he just came in here to stop the shit. I don't respect that. I said, you waited my 20 minutes that I have my something. What, to come in here purposefully?
I want to pause there because she's talking about Siren going into her chat, bringing up what had happened over Natasha's. But Dorothy, he was actually talking about waiting 20 minutes for Natasha's chat because he was a new subscriber on her new channel, and he had to wait 20 minutes to say anything. So I don't know why or where Siren put that, but I don't know. I'm just speaking from it.
Here's another great example of when a person up on panel totally misconstrues what is written in a chat and does not read it either correctly, or of course it's hard to get tone across and things like that when you're texting or typing or anything like that. But this is a classic example. We've seen it before. There is 3 creators I can think of off the top of my head that do this all the time. They read something in the chat and they get super defensive when usually it has nothing to do with them, or they misread it, or they misinterpret it, or they don't understand the vocabulary. I don't know. But I've seen it, 3 people that do it all the time. And it's frustrating. It is what it is, but this is a good example of that, where NC thought something was something when it wasn't, and then makes a whole big shit show out of it. Oh no, your phone blew up. Like blew up? I hope not. Just listen to me at 2 speed.
For myself.
I don't understand
I
that.
didn't trash you, Siren. I countered your points. I said, you said that, you said
Siren made a new video on his channel tonight, and I'll put the link to it in the description of this. I guess he was saying some stuff. I wasn't able to watch the entire thing yet. Maybe we'll watch it here. I don't know.
that creators should tell subs where to go. I don't. What I have done is set boundaries for myself and my channel. Because if somebody who claims to support me and who I am friendly with can go into the chat of
Okay, here's another thing that I'm just, picking up as I re-listen. Boundaries. There's a big difference between boundaries and then threatening your subs that if they're seen anywhere else, basically you're going to trash them. You're going to drag them up on a panel to hundreds and hundreds of people if they see you anywhere, if you're seen anywhere else. Is brother being mean to you? I'll go give him pals. Go tell him to be nice. Give him a kiss.
a person who is trashing me. You're not somebody who supports me.
Now, I want to stop there because now I'm not going to name names because I don't want to stir up any trouble. I want to respond to that. There's plenty of people in Natasha's and Dorothy's chats that have gone real life on me, and they're aware. I've told them privately. I don't make a fuss about it. I don't turn around and say, if you support me, you'd kick them out of your chats or whatever. That's how it is. Okay. There's going to be people that go places that, is going to be controversial or whatever. And we're just going to have to be adults and get that. I haven't boycotted either one of their channels because of it. I'm just peaceful in their chats, and I don't fight with the people that are mean to me, and I block them so they can't even see me. So that is a little bit contradicting itself and kind of hypocritical. And I'm not saying that to be mean, Natasha. I'm just saying, it goes both ways if it's going to go that way. And I'm not going to tell you guys, don't have this person in your chat or you don't support me. I'm not going to do that. I've done that before in the past. It's not effective. We can't tell people where to go, because that is telling people where to go. And then when you end up making up with those people, which there has been plenty of times, I will say, Natasha has made up with people and it's felt uncomfortable, you know, if you don't talk to the other.
Okay, I'll stop right there for a minute. I'm going to stop sharing because I think he made the points or you heard the points that I was kind of hyper focused on. Like, you can't tell people where to go. You can't tell people they can't engage in chats. It's super immature. Not only is it ineffective, it just creates a lot of BS. Be an adult. It's that simple. Exactly, Hope. Be an adult. Like, I could be in a chat. If there's 600 people in a chat, think about it, her chats. There might be 5 people that I know in that chat. I don't go in her chats, but when I did, I got blocked. So I don't know. I haven't gotten any of her new channels. And I might be conversing about something, or maybe there is a topic she's discussing. I'm just using NC as an example. It could be any creator that's unrelated to any of this BS. Like, but then that doesn't mean that like those 4 or 5 people I'm talking to, they may love her and I don't. Like, who cares? It's just super frustrating. Yes, he did. Thanks, Gen X. Siren and Robbie, I'm actually proud of them for standing up to her, because they've been back and forth with her a lot. And I hope they see the forest through the trees now, because she doesn't respect them. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about anybody besides herself, despite what she says. Like, even what she did for CJ, which I thought was very generous and very kind. Don't get me wrong. But she said no strings attached. That comes with strings attached. Hey, crime time. That definitely comes with strings attached. There is no way that wasn't going to be used against CJ. And then she proceeded to continue to get on panels and talk about this issue with CJ and say how there's no strings attached, but at the same time, like, maligning her and just really, really making her feel bad because she gave the money back. Like, and she had to borrow that to give it back. Like, it's just so frustrating to watch, especially when you have common sense and you're watching like people really buy into this narrative that I am the almighty, I am the power that be, and what I say goes. And if you don't agree with me, like I said, the Queen of Mean, that is my new name for her. She is the Queen of Mean. If you don't agree 100% of the time, then you are against me. And it is blatantly obvious. All right, I'm going to drop the link, and then if anybody wants to, we can do open panel, or else we can wrap it up and continue this conversation another day, because I'm sure, there's going to be a lot of fallout today. There's some other things I want to talk about, but I don't know if I want to get into all of that that I've watched happen this last couple days. That was so cruel and terrible on YouTube, but I'm not sure if we should save that for another time. Sorry, guys, that took me a minute, because for me to post the link, I have to like go between things. And let me shut the sound off on there. So there's the StreamYard link. If anybody wants to come up, we'll talk about it. Sorry, guys, I was having trouble unmuting. Another thing to keep in mind is like, where do we draw the, like, it's gonna, I mean, I guess majority rules, right? So when, again, kind of referring back to NC's chats, when you have 600 people in there, and even if 500 of them are yes manning her and agreeing with every single thing and calling people out, like, I can't imagine, I didn't watch it unfold, but I can't imagine after those 2 videos went up between Save Robbie and Siren Jag, what her chat was saying when she was live after that. I'm sure the same people that were praising them 2 days ago were dragging them to filth. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch when you have any semblance of common sense or decency, because I know that those are tickets. Yeah, but these are for Knobles, honey. We don't want to waste those. Here, we need those for when we go this year. Here, can you open this for me? Sorry, guys. You know how it is. Listen, I'm home. It's Monday. I'm home all week. So if I go live, you're going to hear CJ. Sorry, I'm not neglecting my kids to be on YouTube because I know that's like a common theme. Yes, absolutely. Me and Hope definitely share different opinions on different creators that she enjoys that I don't. And she'll tell me why she enjoys them. And sometimes it's eye-opening to me. And I'll be like, oh, wow, you're right. I never realized that before, and vice versa. You know, there has been some really, really terrible things that have gone on the last like 72 hours on that side of YouTube. Like, remember how, or not remember, but I've always called like this group, like people that are in here that have been around in like the Michael Long Krama stuff, right? Well, that Natasha Cooper side, which are the anti-MM, I don't even know where they all came from, Gypsy Rose, whatever. They've also had their fair share of like, God, I forgot I just had a brain fart. Like, they have done some, you know, ongoing back and forth where people like hate each other, love each other. But that side, that NC anti-MM, if you guys don't know what that is, that's McCamey Manor. I didn't know. I had to look it up, or I asked Hope and then I looked it up because that's a whole nother thing. They have been really horrible to each other the last like couple days. Like, it has been so bad. No. Why do you want that? I'll give you crayons. That one's broken. Here, use this. Here, use this. They've treated each other terrible. They've done terrible things to one another. They have talk about, like, I don't even want to use the word expose, and I'm not going to say much about it because I don't know all the details, but I think Gen X may be talking about it at some point. I'm sure there's others. If you're familiar with the channel The DeLorean, something, in my opinion, that was so terrible and cruel and awful was done to her. I mean, you cannot change my mind about that. That is something that I'm hard pressed on because I just don't think why. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Somebody, I didn't think this up. I saw somebody else either comment this or say this, and it made me think it, and I agree with this. When you're on YouTube and you're putting out content, be it commentary, drama, whatever, if you want to keep it to YouTube, right? What happens on YouTube stays on YouTube, and it should be amongst the people on YouTube. When you start bringing in people from creators or subs, personal lives that have nothing to do with this, that is a hard stop. It should end there. It should not ever be encouraged, tolerated, supported, or praised. It should never happen. It's mind-blowing. I can't even find the words. And when people start to do that, in my opinion, they have shit the bed, so to speak. They are the bottom of the bottom. You know, there's a community Boyd, the bottom of YouTube. They are it is just so gross. And my heart was really hurting for the DeLorean the other day. It's just, what was done to her was so cruel, so freaking cruel.
Mommy.
Exactly. CJ wants to play with an ice pick, guys. That's what she's crying about. Like, come on. Let's be real here. So, yes. So, of course, there's probably horrible things that have been done to one another, but, like, I don't know that it ever went that far. Maybe it did. I don't know. I just, when I saw that happening, I was just like, oh, my God, this is a whole new low. This is a whole new low. It cannot get, like, it was so bad.
It was just as bad as somebody reading a child's journal, which is not the first time we've seen that on YouTube. How crazy is that? How crazy is it that we have seen on YouTube somebody get their hands on a child's personal thoughts and then exploit that? That, to me, the fact that it's happened more than once, oh. So does anybody have any thoughts or opinions they want to come up and talk about? I'm going to be, I know at some point this week, I'm hoping that me and Hope will be able to do, I'm going to make you tea. We'll be able to do some true crime on Two Partners this week. So keep your eyes open for that. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to cover some topics on that. No, I know you're in the car, and then hopefully you can have your Allegra. And then we'll go from there as far as with the true crime stuff. But I will probably go live maybe once again, maybe at night on this channel. To talk just to Kibitz, because that's what I want to do over here. I just want it to be a place we can hang out in Kibitz, and nobody, if somebody came in here today and said, I love NC and I don't like what you're saying about her, I would be open to hearing that, and I would never make somebody feel bad for that. I mean, and I would think that that's what most adults would do. I know of people that I'm friendly with on this platform that enjoy NC, that have enjoyed some of her true crime, that have also, she's helped them like with Christmas stuff. Like I know that, and I would never make them feel bad about it. But this is just my opinion and what I've observed and what I see happening and what I think is just so blatantly hypocritical and horrible. And, she, don't even get me into the Dorothy stuff. That's saved for another day. All right. What I will do right now, just to see, I think there's only a few of us in here. I will pin the link in case somebody wants to come up. And then if not, we'll wait a minute. We'll go back. Or we'll go back. We'll wrap it up. And we'll just have to keep our eyes on these YouTube streets and see what happens today. And if there's, if an all-out war starts. I feel like just watching Save Robbie in particular, I will say this, something that I feel like I picked up from that whole live. And I will pin, I promise I will do this. I will put both of their links, Sirens and Save Robbie's, in the comment section of this live so people can go watch the whole thing. I think that's important stuff. That's Max's.
Oh, mine.
That's not yours. What's wrong with you crazy girl? So I'll make sure to do that. But I think Save Robbie has grown a lot as far as like okay, nobody's knocking at my back door, so we will wrap this up for today. I'm glad I was able to share those things, kind of get my point across. Just wanted people to see, like, I was proud of those two for speaking out against the craziness, that we should not be gatekeeping, policing, threatening, harassing, dragging people because they choose to go and participate in live streams across a platform that is designed specifically for that. And when you have a big creator like NC getting up on other people's channels, which people are going to take full advantage of that, like, wow, her subs are going to come here now to hear her, but they're yes men, and they're not going to call her out and say to her, why are you so worried about what other people are doing? It's just so crazy. All right, ladies and gents, if there's any gents here, have a fabulous Monday, and I hope we can do this again soon. I am going to
chase this little chicken around, get her off my counters because she's climbing them, getting into trouble. Little stinker butt. Oh God. She really is. Like, she is the epitome of wild child. I never knew what truly a wild child was until this little tornado. Okay. Bye, everybody. I can't even end the live because I got her. Okay. Bye.